How will KPMG be the clear choice tomorrow? With the same dedication we've had since day one. Our firm is founded in 1897 by James Marwick and Roger Mitchell. But it's not just any firm. It's a firm whose founder helps resolve the coal strike of 1902, allowing President Roosevelt to avoid a national disaster. In New York, the failing Knickerbocker Trust causes the panic of 1907. J.P. Morgan himself hires us to help. Amid the chaos, we bring clarity. The bank reopens, the panic ends. On the high seas, the Navy's enormous assets need managing. We deliver an unprecedented cost accounting system, and a tradition of innovation is born. Then, on the Lusitania in 1910, Pete and Marwick decide to merge their firms, the first of many mergers and acquisitions that help us grow as one firm. Washington, D.C., 1913. Our professionalism shines as Marwick, Mitchell, Pete and Company help establish the U.S. Federal Reserve System. World War I. The Allied forces need planes. We conduct a special audit to help a French airplane manufacturer expand to Britain and deliver the necessary air power. Then in World War II, senior partner William M. Black administers the $60 billion Lend-Lease plan that brings life-saving aid to our allies. The 50s and 60s bring unprecedented growth as we acquire 53 specialty accounting firms, a strategy still relevant today. New York, 1975. President Ford denies the city federal assistance. We spring to life to help save it from bankruptcy. 1981. We continue our heritage of national service by resolving conflicting claims to help bring the hostages home from Iran. Another historic merger in 1987 brings Pete Marwick International and KMG together to become KPMG. We mark our 100th anniversary with World of Spirit Day. The entire firm closes for one day to give back to communities across the country. Down at Ground Zero, we monitor the cleanup 24/7 after the 9/11 attacks. Once again, we're here for a purpose, to help a nation heal. Move to the 18th green, where champions represent our firm's dedication to performance excellence. And across the Northeast during Superstorm Sandy, we once again earned the public's trust by helping to speed rebuilding and prevent construction fraud. The things that will make us the clear choice in the future are the same things that have driven us for 118 years. Quality, innovation, integrity, vision, talent, purpose. At KPMG, these are the differences that have always made the difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Chairman and CEO, Lynn Dowdy.
Thank you. Watching those amazing achievements, doesn't it make you feel so proud? Whether you've been with the firm for 30 years or just 30 days, those accomplishments make you realize just how incredible KPMG really is. Looking back on those specific moments, it reminds us of who we are and what our clients and our people count on us to be. You saw those epic moments, but just as important, it shows us what we can achieve when we come together as one to do our very best to accomplish our very best. As great as it is to look back on our past, what really inspires me is thinking about our potential and knowing that our best years are in our future. I'm proud to be a KPMG partner, and I am so truly honored to serve as your chairman and CEO. Thank you. Stepping up in the big moments is something that we've always done as a firm. We don't talk a lot about it, but we should. We saw those epic moments in the video, and I hope you've spent time out in the hallway with our display of our history. Some of those moments are literally historic. But for every Lend-Lease or Ground Zero, Hurricane Sandy, there are tens of thousands of lesser-known big moments. Moments when we helped a client solve a problem, capture an opportunity. That meant everything to them. And in some cases, it was historic for them. A few weeks ago, I was at GE Capital, and their CEO was talking about this really historic moment that they're in right now, and that KPMG is right there with them. And he also recounted other moments in GE's history where we were right there. But what about those millions of everyday moments with our people? Those moments with words and actions of encouragement that meant everything to our people. You can probably remember your own very historic conversations where a KPMG partner made you realize that you could achieve anything. We have a history to be proud of. We have a strong foundation, and we have an amazing culture. What we do with it is up to us. The market environment is changing so rapidly. You think about technology, regulations, even the political unrest. The events last Friday in Paris is a grim reminder of just the unthinkable risks that are out there. We're in transformative times, and it's challenging us and pushing us and our clients to do things differently. What got us here is not going to get us there. And I think that our biggest risk, in some ways, is our own success, being comfortable with the status quo. Our past achievements, as great as they are not enough to guarantee our success going forward. So we need to do some things differently. We need to move with greater speed and agility. We need to be known for our innovative thinking. We need greater diversity across our firm at all levels of our firm. And we need to collaborate differently. But the most important thing that we need to do is ensure that every single person in this room is aligned around where we're going and how we're going to get there. All of us on the same page, as together we write that next chapter in our story. And we've got a great story to tell. It's a story that if we bring it to life and tell that story, it will unite us around our common goals, around our behaviors. This is a story that's been embraced by the Global Board, by the Global Council, and it's a story that's about to be told across KPMG, across the world. And that story starts with purpose. Purpose is the foundation of every other element of our story. And purpose is the answer to the question, why? Why does KPMG exist? Why am I here? Why does what I do matter? It's critical that we each have our own unique answer to that question, why, and to share it with our people. Why you're proud. Why you're proud to be at KPMG. It's about having a different kind of conversation with our people. A conversation that we can't have until we've answered that question for each of us as to why. inspiring confidence, empowering change. This is our purpose. In many ways, our higher purpose has been nourished by our long-standing values. Our values are that common thread that bind us together. It's what we believe in. I hate to say this, but I don't think we've emphasized our values enough. And I doubt if every one of us in this room could recite those values. Lead by example. Respect the individual. Work together. Communicate openly and honestly. Seek the facts and provide insight. Improve our communities, and above all else, act with integrity. It's not just about reciting our values. We got to ask ourselves, are we living them? And you can't live what you don't know. And it's also about holding each other accountable to these values. When we see someone not living these values, we need to call it out. You know, we're a family, and that's what families do. These are our values. They not only guide what we do, they define who we are. So building on this shared understanding of why we're here, what we believe in, it allows us to set our sights on the future and think about what can we achieve. Our vision is to be the clear choice with 3 key elements. Our people are extraordinary, clients see a difference in us, and the public trust us. Now, I've heard some people say, well, aren't we the clear choice today? In some pockets, but we need to do those amazing things that we do in some places everywhere and in every way. You know, becoming the clear choice means that the best talent, they want to work here. Clients seek us out. The public trust us. This isn't a squishy vision. This is a bold vision. And you know, it's going to be damn hard to do. But sometimes, you know, we think about the things that we celebrate, the key wins that we're celebrating today. We're not necessarily the clear choice. We were a choice. Sometimes we actually even have to muscle our way in to be considered as a choice. We want to be the clear choice every time. This is our vision, which takes us to strategy. It's how we get it done. I want to touch on the elements of our global strategy. These are the things that we need to do consistently around the world. I mentioned our Global Board and Council, completely aligned around our vision and our strategy. We can't have clients who work with us in different geographies to have a different experience. Our strategy is first built on quality. It requires us to take a long-term view. We need to invest together, collaborate very differently, work different than we have in the past. And in a few minutes, we're going to go through our priorities for the U.S. Our U.S. priorities are completely aligned around this global strategy. So let me move to the last element of the story, and that's our promise. It's how we want the world to see us. You know, it's so important that we tell our people, this is how we want to be seen in the marketplace. This is how we want to be known. We want our clients to see us as passionate, purpose-led, working shoulder to shoulder with them, bringing innovative approaches, bringing deep expertise. We want to deliver real results to them with real impact. We've got to put every client interaction through this filter. As we come out of that client meeting, asking ourselves and the team, did the client see me as passionate today? Did we bring something innovative to the table today? And if not, we need to change that. This is our promise. It's up to us to bring this promise to life for our people and for our clients. Purpose, values, vision, strategy, and promise. We're KPMG, and this is our story.